on our second today's special, the Glucosamine and Chondroitin, which is not something we do every year. So I don't know if you'll do this again next year as the today's special. It has been hugely popular, so hopefully we'll get to do that. But the key is that it's been since 2015. So it's 3 years since we've had a value like this on the Glucosamine and Chondroitin. I'm going to show you what the choices are because there are 4 different sizes available for you. You can start with your 120, a 240, a 480, or a 720 cap size. Here is where the pricing would be, keeping in mind, of course, that we don't normally stock this size. The largest size we ever offer in Glucosamine and Chondroitin is a 480, and that normally costs $204.60. So that's why everybody's excited today, because for $129.90, you can see what you would be spending for 480 capsules. I mean, if you look at it this way, 240 capsules is usually $119.80. If you bought the other today's special, if you bought the circulation and vein support, you're getting this for that price. You're getting this for that price because we're going to take another $10 off here. So it's just a huge value and a perfect day to be shopping for a product that, again, go read the reviews. People love this product the way they love their circulation vein support because you really do feel a difference when you take it.
And what's interesting, these 2 products, whether it's circulation vein support and Glucosamine and Chondroitin, we haven't spent much time on Glucosamine and Chondroitin simply because it doesn't require a lot of education. We know what Glucosamine and Chondroitin's role is. We know it's a structural role in our joints. The important education about Glucosamine and Chondroitin is that the form and the balance are critical, that most of the products on the market deliver a form of glucosamine that doesn't work, that the science has said isn't the form that you should be taking. So that's important to learn. Circulation and vein support, on the other hand, that's an entire class of products with ingredients that most of us in America have never encountered. Despite the fact that I've been making that product for almost 20 years, it's really not ingredients that if you went to a supermarket where most of the vitamins in America are purchased at supermarkets or discount stores, I don't think you'll find a single product with diosmin in them. And maybe you might find a product with a little bit of butcher's broom or something like that, or some grapeseed. But you won't find the key ingredient in that product. So whereas Glucosamine and Chondroitin has become a commodity everywhere, but unfortunately the products are made like commodities, not made well, circulation and vein support is just not available at all. In terms of maybe going online, you could do a search for diosmin and find it. The reliability of it, I'm not certain. But again, they're different products from that standpoint. That's why we spent less time on Glucosamine and Chondroitin, because the benefits of it, the essential nature it plays and role it plays in terms of our joint structure and the function of our healthy joints, that we all understand. The important thing to understand is that the form that's used in typical products in the market, not delivering the benefits you seek.
There we go. And the best part about this today is that you are getting a product that's going to provide the proper glucosamine, the proper ingredients, so you will see results. So many people have bought other glucosamine products and have not seen the results that you will achieve and you will receive from Andrew Lessman's products. So it's always what Andrew says, when you supply your body with the raw materials it needs, it goes to work to help, in this instance, to help to support healthy joints. And over time, let's all face it, our joints take a lot of wear and tear. They just do. And it's kind of nice to give our joints a little TLC and to give it this wonderful raw material that it needs to really help to build up the health of our joints.
And well, we rely on them, whether it's our hands, our wrists, our elbow, our shoulders, our hips, our back. These joints, if you had a door in your house, you wouldn't expect the hinges to last 60, 70, 80, 90 years. We expect all our joints to function well throughout the course of our lifetime. We also expect there to be some reduction in capacity. We also expect our flexibility, the range of motion, things like that to diminish with time. So what this product is all about is giving our body the tools necessary to maintain those tissues as well as possible. The research in Glucosamine and Chondroitin has been out there for a long time. I first started making this product in 1979. It was among the first products I made when I started making vitamin supplements, which the reason I was making it was at that time I was focused on making supplements for me. I was an athlete. I was beating up my joints, as most young athletes do. So Glucosamine and Chondroitin were well established as ingredients that make up the structure of our joints. So as long as I was being unkind to my joints, I might as well give them what they need to make up for that treatment. So, and what I've often said, The same things that elite athletes do for optimum performance in terms of nutritional supplements end up being relevant to all of us for optimum aging. Athletes, it's optimum performance, optimum recovery. For us, it's optimum repair and graceful aging. And glucosamine chondroitin is a perfect example of that kind of ingredient. It's structural. As we get older, the availability of the raw materials that our body needs to maintain its vital tissues is reduced, and also our ability to use those raw materials. So you really want to present them in abundance, in an ideal form. And the research and science says the best way to make this product is exactly how we're making it today.
And to use the proper type of glucosamine. I thought it was amazing when you said that the majority of the glucosamine products in the market are not using glucosamine sulfate, which is what we want to be taking to get the proper results. And I think that's pretty amazing. It's not just a few people out there that are using the lesser quality, cheaper ingredient.
I would say if I went to a local supermarket or a local big discount store and we looked at all the glucosamine products on the shelves, that I would say the majority of those products use glucosamine HCl, and that the only way you would know is by reading the fine print on the back, because the front of the label will simply say glucosamine. You know, our label, we say glucosamine, and we also say only sulfate form. So the majority of products on the market are just they're just riding the wave of glucosamine, and to them, people's ignorance is their bliss. To we as consumers, our ignorance is not bliss, because we're investing our money in a form of glucosamine that isn't delivering the benefits that we seek.
Yeah, well, I think what a lot of people don't realize that, like when you see vitamins on the shelf at a health food store or the grocery store, there's one factory, there's actually a factory that makes vitamins here in the Florida.
There's several contract manufacturers.
Exactly, and they just slap different labels on these bottles. It's not like, right? It's not like one person who's passionate about, you know, research and science and developing the world's finest products. It's just some factory that just changes out the labels. It's almost like the same thing, and they just change the labels on the bottle for the different brands.
When you look at all those leading multivitamins or a typical glucosamine chondroitin product that you'll see in a supermarket or discount store or things like that, I would say that the majority of supplements that are bought at retail in America are contract manufactured, meaning where we make all of these products for you. I would say the majority of products that are bought in stores, that the company whose brand is on that label, they're actually not a manufacturer.
Exactly.
And if it isn't the majority, it's close to the majority. But it would be surprising that contract manufacturers represent such an enormous amount. And the whole goal when you contract manufacture something is you kind of put a bid out there and you have someone hopefully produce that product for you for as little as possible, so you can make as much as possible. When we make a product, our entire goal is this product is our baby. This is a product that we are responsible for, and your feedback, we read your reviews, so we make that product